Hey everybody, this is 22 Tiger Dude, and I'm here to review the SpongeBob episode, The Abrasive Side, requested by Christian Oge. This episode is about when SpongeBob, he doesn't know how to say no, he doesn't know how to stand up to himself, so SpongeBob orders himself this thing called The Abrasive Side, where he has another thing behind him, so every time he needs to say no, it'll just switch around and he'll just say no, but he says mean things and it makes him hurt his friends' feelings because of that. I actually thought The Abrasive Side is a fantastic episode. I really love this episode. There was just one thing in this episode that bugged me, but of course I'll get to that in a little bit. It was awesome. I love the plot line, I love the writing, I love the storytelling. It was just such a great episode overall. I thought it had a nice concept about SpongeBob not saying no. I just enjoy the idea of him having something behind him in order for him to say no. It's that green thing. The green thing insulting everyone was really funny, especially when that moment when he insulted Larry the Lobster. I thought that was hysterical. What also impressed me about this episode is that you actually get a few callbacks from the past episodes, and I thought that was amazing. If you're like a huge SpongeBob fan like me, and if you've seen every single episode like me, you're gonna understand the callbacks. I don't want to spoil them because I want you guys to figure out which callbacks they make, but all I'm gonna say is that when I heard those few callbacks, I was literally going, oh my gosh, yes! Thank you, writers. It's like they wanted to treat us SpongeBob fans something nice, and I'm glad the writers did that. Thank you, writers. Thank you. You may screw up at discontinuations a lot of the times. At least with episodes like these, you could kind of make it up for your many mistakes with the discontinuations. This is just a very funny episode from beginning to end. Really dug the plot line. Although very, very disturbing when Sandy had to rip off that green thing from SpongeBob's back. Ooh, that was kind of hard to watch. I know that was something that had to be done. The only flaw I had with this episode was just the first couple of minutes of the episode. I really did not like the beginning. I really did not like how everyone cut through SpongeBob at the bus station. I did not like how Patrick went to Glove World without SpongeBob. I didn't like how SpongeBob didn't go to Glove World because he had to do something pointless for Sandy. I just didn't honestly like the first couple of minutes, but that's really my only flaw with The Abrasive Side. Overall, I give it a 9.5 out of 10. Round and round the record spins all day. Listen again, it takes you far away. Trying to stop it is futile. So just listen up to my musical doodle. Do 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 do. Damn, that song is so stuck in my head. I am here to review the episode Earworm, requested by Christian Oge and Cal's Car Corner. Earworm is about when SpongeBob has this song called Musical Doodle stuck in his head. He can't stop singing it, and even when he tries to not think about it, it still gets stuck in his head. He has a huge problem. He could listen to that song over and over and over again to the point where he goes completely insane. Earworm is an episode I honestly thought was fantastic. Now, I understand this is not going to be an episode for everyone, because this is an episode where you literally hear the same musical number over and over and over again. Some people might not mind it, but others are going to be annoyed as hell with this episode because it does go over and over and over again. And that's completely understandable. Honestly, to me, yes, maybe there's a couple of times where I was a bit annoyed, but not to a point where it drove me insane. And this episode to me is like that episode Funny Pants. I love Funny Pants. It's an annoying episode, but if you guys remember watching my review for that episode, I actually said it's because the annoyingness actually works for the storyline. And it's the same thing for Earworm. This whole storyline is about SpongeBob trying to not listen to the song, but he can't help it. And when you hear it over and over again, for me, it actually does work. And it does not really annoy me other than those slight couple of times. This episode is really funny, but I dug it more because of its unique idea of SpongeBob listening to the song, and I just wanted to see where the storyline was going to go. I do have to say that the title of this episode is misleading. The episode's called Earworm, and you don't see the earworm until the final 3 minutes of the episode. Although it does tell you why SpongeBob is listening to that song over and over again. So I thought the final 3 minutes of the episode was the most interesting part, and I actually loved the build up to this episode. I loved it from the opening shot all the way to the scene where all of the main characters just come together out of nowhere and help SpongeBob solve his insane problem. Another thing I have to say about this episode that I absolutely loved is how disturbed I got watching it. This episode actually had me shaking a couple of times because of how disturbing it was for SpongeBob to listen to that song. How disturbing his creepy look went. And that had me shaking on the inside because it was just so good on how the writers handled it. It was believable on how crazy SpongeBob went after listening to that song over and over again. And it impressed me writing structure-wise what the writers were doing. They obviously had a lot in their mind when they were going to this episode. It's like while I was watching this episode, I was deep inside the writers' minds thinking what they were doing when they were planning it. And I gotta say, that is tremendous for them to actually do that. It really amazed me. And I think I love this episode more because of how interesting it was. How interesting the build-up was. Yes, the build-up is gonna annoy people like crazy, but to me it really worked because it really paid off for what the final 3 minutes of the episode was trying to do. I have to give a lot of credit for the writers. Thank you for making me laugh. Thank you for making me feel disturbed. Pleasant job. I thought it was a well-written episode. It had a very interesting concept. I know it's an episode that won't be for everybody, but for me, it really got to me, not only because it was funny, but because it got me into that creepy, disturbing level and actually did have me shaking a little on the inside. And that's something SpongeBob doesn't normally do. But I always love it when writers could go unique that way. That's why I love Earworm. That's why it's one of my favorite episodes. And that's why I am giving it a 10 out of 10. Subscribe to my channel, comment your opinion on this SpongeBob episode, like and share this video, follow me on Facebook and Twitter. I am 22 Tiger Dude. Don't forget that I will always have Tiger Power!